Okay, we're going to do some level 2 here. The difference between level 1 and level 2 is that level 2 is always going to have a built-in Pythagorean theorem problem. Why? A, because you need to know the Pythagorean theorem. B, because the SAT and the STAR test you on problems like this. Problems like this. So yeah, our goal is, of course, to find the area and the perimeter. But first we got to figure out something else.
The base.
This is the first time you've got this. What does x mean in math? What does it mean?
You don't know what it is.
It means the thing you don't know. Okay? So the way I'm going to structure this for you is that I'm going to ask you to fill out these variables, A, B, and C. Okay? Because see, we have a triangle here. Not only is it a triangle, but it has a right angle. Does everybody see the 90-degree angle right there?
Yeah.
You can only do the Pythagorean theorem with a right triangle, so it needs to be a right angle. All right, here's how this works. A is the shortest side. So how long is the shortest side in this triangle? X. Okay? B is the medium length side. So which one will be
12.
12. Good. And C is the
13.
longest side.
13.
So that's 13. Okay. All right. So if you've got this, the Pythagorean theorem works like this. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so what's A again? X. So I'm plugging in here. Right? X squared plus what is B? 12 squared equals 13 squared. Okay, good. Now, in case you're wondering how you're going to do all this math, this will help you. I have a chart of perfect squares over here. So what is 12 squared? 144. What is 13 squared? 169. So we have x squared plus 144 equals 169. Now what are we trying to figure out here?
X.
X. So we've got to get it alone. So what are we going to do to get x alone here? We're going to subtract 144 from both sides.
Linear equation.
It's basically solving a two-step equation.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, so that leaves us x squared equals, what is 169 minus 144? 25. Did I lose anybody here? No? Okay, if x squared equals 25, then what is x going to be? 5, because it's the square root of 25. The square root of x squared is x. Square root of 25 is 5. So x equals 5. Now that we've got it, we can do the area. This is a triangle, so triangles will be base times height divided by
2.
2. So it's going to be 5 times, what's the height?
12.
12. Good. 5 times 12 is what? 60. 60 divided by 2 is?
30.
30. So the area will be?
30 units squared.
Units squared.
So the video you were making on Friday
Is about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you going to show it?
Probably on Thursday. I still have to do the rectangle one. Just wait to see till you hear that. It's ridiculous. Okay, the perimeter is going to be 5 plus 12 plus 13. So 5 plus 12 is 17. 17 plus 13 is 30. And our full answer is
30 units.
30 units. Again, why is perimeter just units?
Because it's on the outside. And the inside is...
There's no
Because it's a distance.
Yeah, that thing.
Distances are one-dimensional. Why is area squared?
Dos dimensiones.
Because it's a space. It's a two-dimensional space. 2 dimensions, second degree. Okay. All right, so here we have a rectangle. So let's think about this. Does everybody see the right triangle inside the rectangle? Okay. So let's label here. What's going to be our A here? What's the shortest side in this triangle here?
X.
X. Good. What will be our B here?
15.
15. What will be our C? 17.
Does it have to be numbered out like that?
It's good to label it correctly, especially when you get to trigonometry. Some people don't do that, but then they have to learn it in trig. Let's learn it now, that way it'll be easy when we get to trig.
Okay.
Thank you for asking that question, though. Alright, so help me write the Pythagorean Theorem. What squared plus what squared equals what squared?
X squared plus 15 squared equals 17 squared.
Okay. Alright, we'll use the chart. What is 15 squared?
225.
Good. So x squared plus 225 equals 289. We're trying to get x alone, right?
Correct.
So we will subtract 225. We get x squared equals
64.
64. We take the square root of both sides to find out what x is. X is what?
8.
8. So x equals 8. Okay. So now look at this triangle. Does it have the same base as the rectangle?
Yes.
It does. Does it have the same height?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're trying to find the area of the rectangle or the triangle?
Rectangle.
Rectangle. So what's the base of the rectangle?
15.
15. What's the height?
5. 8.
8. So we just do base times height, right?
Yeah.
So what's 15 times 8? 120 is correct. 120 what?
Units.
Squared. 120 units squared. Because it's 15 times 8. The perimeter will be the distance around. So how long is this side? 15. How about this one?
8.
8. This one? 15 and 8. 15 plus 8 is 23. Plus 15 is 30. 38. Plus 8 is 46 what?
Units.
Units. Good. Let's add one with a parallelogram and one with the circle, just for a little bit more practice. I'll do the parallelogram one right here. Parallelogram. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L-O-G-R-A-M. Parallelogram. Let's try our parallelogram looking this way this time. And again, parallelogram means that these are parallel. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. And usually, this problem will look a little bit like this.
6.
Okay. Alright, so, do we know the base of this parallelogram?
Yes.
Yes. Do we know the height?
No.
No.
No. We don't. We're missing this section. Does that make sense?
Yes.
For not really paying attention? Okay. So how are we going to figure this out? We're going to use this triangle. Does everybody see the right triangle in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So what will A be for this right triangle?
3.
3. What will B be?
X.
X. Good. We don't know it. It's not even listed, but it's X because the thing we don't know. And what will C be?
5.
5. Okay. So give me my Pythagorean theorem here.
Oh, you know it.
X squared plus x squared equals 5 squared.
Okay. What's 3 squared?
9.
9 plus x squared equals
25.
25. What are we trying to figure out? X. So we'll subtract
9.
9. So we get x squared equals, what is 25 minus 9? 16. Good. So we take the square root of both sides and x equals 4.
Ooh.
Okay. So now, we are trying to find the area and the perimeter of a parallelogram. So again, the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So what's the base of this parallelogram?
3.
3. What's the height?
10.
10.
How'd you get 10, Carla?
Because you added that part.
6 plus 4. Is everybody getting that? So it's 3 times 10. What's 3 times 10 going to be?
30.
30 what?
Units squared.
Units squared. Good. And the perimeter will be the full distance. So how long is this side here?
10.
10. How long is this side?
5.
5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. How long is this side?
10.
10 and 5. So 10 plus 5 plus 10 plus 5 is
30.
30 what?
Units.
Units. All right, we got
Are they
this.
the same?
I'm sorry?
Are they always going to be the same?
No, frequently they're not. There are a couple coincidental times when they are. Don't count on it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be two different things, right? It's just coincidence. It just came out that way this time. So don't count on it. Glad you're asking though.
It's almost gonna be 10 minutes.
All right, here we go. Last one we've got.
Oh, what is that?
No, that's not. Let's do 16. Let's do 12. Okay. So does everybody see in this circle we've got a right triangle?
Yes.
And what would x represent here?
The diameter.
The diameter. So we got to figure out the diameter in order to solve this circle. And we have to do the Pythagorean Theorem to find the diameter. So everybody, what will our A be in this problem?
12.
12. What will our B be? Nope.
16.
16. If you're ever unsure, C is always the one that's across from the 90-degree angle. So always the one across from the 90 is your C. So C will be what? X. So the Pythagorean theorem for this one will be 12 squared plus 16 squared equals x squared. What's 12 squared? 144. What's 16 squared? 256 equals x squared. What's 144 plus 256?
400.
400. Okay, so 400 equals x squared. So what's the square root of 400? 20. So x equals 20. Okay, so now we need to find the area and the circumference. Area again is pi times the radius squared. Is this the radius? No, what is this?
Diameter.
Diameter. So what would the radius be?
Half of that.
10. And what's 10 squared?
100.
100. So the area is going to be 100 pi units squared. Okay, so we use the Pythagorean theorem to find the diameter. We divided the diameter by 2 to find the radius. We plugged it into this formula, we got 100 pi units squared. The circumference is going to be 2 pi times the radius. So again, what was the radius? 10. What's 2 times 10? 20. So it's going to be 20 pi units.
Wait, how do you know that the sides were 12 and 16?
Given. That was part of the problem.
Okay.
That was already given. Okay, thank you very much. That's level 2.